What if one battle decided whether democracy would survive or disappear forever? In 490 BCE, fewer than 11,000 Greek soldiers stood between Athens and the greatest empire on earth. Against impossible odds, they charged into a storm of Persian arrows and changed history forever. Welcome to the American Archive, where history comes alive through cinematic storytelling. Today, we uncover the astonishing true story of the Battle of Marathon, the battle that proved the Persian Empire could bleed. In 490 BCE, the Persian Empire was unlike anything the ancient world had ever seen. Its territory stretched across 3 continents. Millions lived beneath the authority of one king. That king was Darius the Rum. His armies had conquered kingdoms that once believed themselves unconquerable. To many people, resisting Persia seemed impossible. But across the Aegean Sea stood a collection of independent Greek city-states. Small, divided, often fighting each other, yet fiercely protective of their freedom. Years earlier, Athens had supported the Ionian revolt against Persian rule. The rebellion failed. Darius never forgot. According to legend, he ordered a servant to remind him every day, "Master, remember the Athenians." Now the time for revenge had arrived. Before reaching Athens, the Persian invasion struck Eretria. After days of resistance, the city fell. Its temples were burned, homes reduced to ash. Thousands of survivors were taken away in chains. The message was unmistakable. Resistance would be answered with destruction. News spread rapidly to Athens. Fear swept through the city. Every citizen knew what awaited them if Marathon failed. This was no longer simply a military campaign. It was a fight for survival. Athens could field only about 10,000 hoplites. 1,000 more arrived from the loyal city of Plataea. The Spartans, the greatest warriors in Greece, were absent. Religious festivals prevented them from marching immediately. Athens stood virtually alone. Inside the war council, opinions were divided. Some argued the army should remain behind the city's defenses. Others feared meeting Persia in open battle. Only one commander believed delay would be fatal, Miltiades. He understood that allowing Persia to choose the battlefield meant surrendering the initiative. His proposal shocked everyone. Attack first. Before the battle, Athens made one desperate attempt to secure help. A professional runner named Phidippides was dispatched to Sparta. He crossed nearly 150 miles in roughly 2 days. His mission was simple: convince Sparta to save Athens. The Spartans agreed, but not immediately. Religious law forced them to wait until the full moon. Athens would have to fight alone. At dawn, Miltiades gave the order, "Advance." Then, "Run." Thousands of heavily armored hoplites charged nearly a mile toward the Persian line. It was almost unthinkable. No army willingly sprinted into concentrated arrow fire. Persian archers unleashed devastating volleys. Bronze shields rang with impact. Men fell, yet the phalanx never stopped. When the armies collided, the earth itself seemed to shake. The Greek center bent under enormous pressure. Persian infantry forced it backward. For several terrifying minutes, disaster appeared inevitable. Then everything changed. Miltiades had intentionally strengthened both wings. They smashed through the Persian flanks. Instead of pursuing fleeing soldiers, they turned inward. The Persian center suddenly found itself surrounded. Confusion spread. Discipline collapsed. The mighty army of Darius broke. Thousands fled toward their ships. Greek warriors chased them straight into the surf. Even there, the fighting continued. The invasion had failed. Victory on the battlefield did not end the danger. The Persian fleet could still sail directly to Athens, without rest, without celebration. The exhausted Greek army marched back across the countryside. Hour after hour, shield after shield. When Persian ships finally appeared off Athens, Greek soldiers were already waiting. The invaders turned away. The city had been saved. Marathon did not end the Persian wars. It accomplished something even greater. It destroyed the myth of Persian invincibility. Without Marathon, there may never have been Thermopylae, no Salamis, no Plataea, perhaps no golden age of Athens, no flourishing of democracy, no civilization that would profoundly influence the Western world. But Persia was not finished. 10 years later, King Xerxes would return with one of the largest invasion forces in ancient history. And this time, a handful of warriors would make their stand at a narrow mountain pass called Thermopylae. If you enjoyed this cinematic journey into ancient history, subscribe to the American Archive for more epic documentaries exploring the battles empires, and extraordinary people who shaped our world. Next, witness the legendary stand of Leonidas and the 300 Spartans at Thermopylae. History's greatest stories are only beginning.